Hey, good morning from Hawaii. We're here at Diamondhead Park to watch the sunrise, and as you could see, I guess this is the place to go. This is where people go, man. So thank you for joining us. This trip has been awesome. I hope you dig the view. And here it comes. I hope you guys don't think it's boring, but I think it's quite lovely to watch the sunrise. Oh, by the way, scope out all the surfers, man. We've been here a good half hour before sunrise. These guys have been here a good hour before we got here. So we've counted at least 60 to 70 surfers in the water just right in this area. So scope out the sunrise with us. That's cool that cloud's there, so it won't be too bright for your picture to see the sunrise. Awesome. Nice. There it goes. And that is the start of day 4 in Hawaii. Let's pan again once over to the surfers now that there's sun out. Get an idea how many surfers are out here. Again, we tried to count them. We counted up to 60, 70 surfers just on this beach alone. I'd imagine watching the sunrise from where they are is quite tranquil. And the big fireball in the sky says good morning. Hugs, health, happiness from Hawaii. Okay, dude, just a rando picture of like chickens at a park, chickens and hens at a park, just running around. I had no idea. Yeah, wild turkeys and chickens running around Hawaii. Hey, just a random picture you can see right here is the actor from Hawaii 5-0, and it's so cute because they sell his shirt here. The shirt that you see him always wearing on the TV show, you could buy it. Pretty cute, pretty nifty. My bad, I've got Hawaii on the brain. My sweetheart told me no, he's Magnum PI, he's not Hawaii. We are at Pearl Harbor, and I just wanted to take a quick minute to do a quick history lesson. I don't know if any of you are fans of World War II or if you studied World War II in high school, if you paid attention. I used to write a lot of papers on World War II because it was one of those times in history that really scared the hell out of me. It scared the hell out of me that people could treat each other like that. Since we're at Pearl Harbor, we're in Hawaii. Their role in World War II was very profound. The Japanese had bombed Pearl Harbor, absolutely no warning. Actually, there is some evidence that there was warning that the Japanese were coming and that the administration at the time had neglected the warnings that there was going to be a bombing in Pearl Harbor, basically. So there are a lot of people lost. There are several ships that were sunk, and they are still at the bottom of this bay. So let's take a look. Now, across the bay is the platform where, I forget if it's the USS Arizona, I'm not really sure. I just looked it up. Is on the bottom of that floating little museum there. Right underneath it is a sunken ship. And of course, all of these memorials talk about that horrible, horrible epic day. Let's go check out this museum stuff. Oh, just so you know, at Pearl Harbor, all the museums are free, but if you want to go up to the floating museum, that costs money. And there's even a submarine, which doesn't cost a lot of money. I want to go and do the free stuff and look around. We were told to not pay for the tour. We were told to just look around. So let's see what Pearl Harbor is like. Again, the reason why I was so big on studying World War II as a kid is because I want to know what motivates people to just blow each other's heads off for no damn good reason. To me, whatever people are arguing over can be settled with just a little hard work and compromise. But that's just me. So lots of people died in Pearl Harbor. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. So many ships had sank and are probably at the bottom of this bay. I'm not going to go through each and every one of these. Obviously, you could look it up online. But to be in the shipyard is pretty darn profound. I haven't been in a shipyard since I was a little kid. I was born on a Navy Air Force base in Pensacola, Florida. So I haven't been on a ship, on an aircraft carrier since I was a wee kid. So all of this is very much like coming home. Yeah, I think that's a battleship over there. I'm a Navy brat. I don't know all of my ships. I know my pops was on an aircraft carrier. But that, I'm not really sure if that's a battleship or not. Let's look around. Let's eat in some history.
That's a different, it's up front of color.
By the way, it's like a wonderful 80-something degrees here. Like, it's really gorgeous. I think back home in Las Vegas, we're in the 50s, maybe the 60s, which isn't very chilly for us. We don't have like really harsh winters in Las Vegas. I feel really, really fortunate about that. Let's check out. Whenever they make an anchor, whenever they make a statue, that's a part of history. Here we go. Oh, that's what it is, dude. It's the USS Arizona. That's what's right underneath that floating museum right there. The USS Arizona. If you go on Google, you could actually see the remnants of the ship on the Google map. You could still see the sunken ship underneath that thing. Good morning. It's actually quite lovely out here. Again, we might have gone to the tour to go over, where is that? To go over there, but they are all booked up for the day. By the way, I hope everybody's being safe and happy and healthy out there. A little bit of beauty in your life reminds, or at least it reminds me of what's really, really important. Life, the people you love, even the people you don't love, it's all connected. Again, underneath that guy is the USS Arizona. I wonder if they never ever named any other ships out there USS Arizona in commemoration, or if they just kept it that way. I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough of the museum. I'm not gonna narrate it. Even though World War II was something that I studied and I really, really loved because I liked the idea of learning from our mistakes, I'm not the tour guide. I'm here to look. Now, Japan's sneak attack on Pearl Harbor came at a horrible price. Because of their sneak attack on Pearl Harbor, the United States was forced to use nuclear weapons, which eventually ended the war. After the two bombings on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, the Emperor of Japan, I believe it's the last Emperor of Japan, he surrendered. He surrendered, and that was the end of Japan's part of World War II. The Nazis, they surrendered after the Battle of Normandy, after their losses. But yeah, after the advent of nuclear annihilation, that was more or less going to change the impact of everything. And more or less in the world, we are at a standstill when it comes to nuclear war. Almost everybody's got nuclear weapons, but everyone's too afraid to use them, and thank God. Only now have the technology to utterly annihilate ourselves. That's why, that's an awesome gunner. You kidding me? But only now in history do we have the technology to annihilate ourselves. So God bless them. I hope that human beings learn our lesson. I hope human beings learn our lesson. And oh my God, I would totally wear this. I've got my dad's old Navy outfits, and I keep them to remember. Every military person they served, they gave their body, they gave their heart to their country, if not their lives. So this is a sacred place. And of course, everybody who served, lived, and died for their country, no matter what country that you come from, you sacrifice all of it. Now, that was a big reason I never joined the military. As much as I love people, I honestly not sure if I could sacrifice my life in service for people who might not do the same for myself. This is, I like that we're not doing that tour. Okay, this is the museum that's on the water. And again, if you go on Google, you'll be able to see that ship on Google. Again, that's the floating museum that is out there in the bay right now. We would go take the tour, but they are all booked for the day. I hope this isn't too boring for you folks. I really dig history. I totally believe that everyone who forgets history, we really are doomed to repeat it. I'm not the biggest guy on dates, but events, yes. Dates, no. Oh. By the way, that's what it looks like underwater. It's amazing that all of this is preserved. Water is the universal solvent, so it's amazing that there's still even any metal remnants down there. It's amazing that the Titanic is still where it is, let alone anything that's like sunken. Wanted to get a little footage of how pretty the trees are on the way to the North Shore. We're on our way to the north side of the island just to play in the surf. As not busy as Waikiki is right now, it's still tourist central. The people who work in the hotels that we've been at have told us that Waikiki more or less is dead. Because the tourism is down right now. If we were to come back next year, they told us there's no way in heck that we'd be even able to find a place on the beach to sit down because it's that busy. But we are on our way to Ocean's Blue. And my favorite part of the North Shore is there was an 80s movie called North Shore all about surfing. The locals come to the North Shore because supposedly the rapids, the surf is really, really strong out here. So that's surf central, basically. But I'm guessing it doesn't matter what side of the island you're on. There's going to be some wave sliders who are going to like ride. Really, really beautiful. Hey, we finally made it. We're at the North Shore right now. My baby's out swimming. we actually passed the Dole Pineapple Factory. And the cool thing about the Dole Pineapple Factory, not only can you go on the factory tour, but also at the end of the tour, you can buy pineapple. I believe they have soft serve ice cream where they serve pineapple on top. You might check that out. But I want to show you how pretty the North Shore really is. A lot of surfers come out here because the water is just a little bit more rowdy out here. That's my sweetheart. I'm not gonna disturb him swimming. But it's absolutely beautiful out here. And there's not a lot of people out here. Now our hotel guides and concierge and some of the tour guides have told us that Waikiki Beach, in comparison to normal time, is totally dead. So I'm really happy that we've had the opportunity to come out here and it's not too busy. But coming up to the North Shore, it is totally dead, dude. We've got plenty of space on the beaches. There's plenty of spaces to do there's plenty of spaces to stay far apart from each other. So we're just back from the North Shore, and we thought we'd stop at a local bakery just to check out what they got. I am such a nut for sweets. Look at that custard pie, man. Is that banana cream pie? It's probably coconut, because we are in banana cream pie. Oh yeah, of course you'd stop at the donuts. That cornbread looks monster awesome. Oh, a little chocolate center yeast donut.
That's what I'm looking at.
That's my dream. Pumpkin bread pudding.
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon sugar. Let's see, and of course one of those. You gotta love something fried and covered in sugar, man.
Blueberry chocolate cake.
Everything looks really filling. Right on. We just got donuts at the pastry shop at Zippy's, and they look freaking awesome. Oh, by the way, that is Zippy's. There's a couple of locations on the island. It's supposed to be really super popular, and I'm happy because this is a local spot. Forgive my hair. I accidentally got it wet in the ocean, and it's now some odd bluish gray. Chocolate is my favorite food group. I'm hoping this is awesomely fantastic. It is awesome. By all means, if you ever find yourself in Hawaii. Okay, so one thing I wanted to say about the North Shore before we leave is I really like the North Shore, not because it's for the reason that it's not the touristy place. We're staying in Waikiki Beach right now, and of course that's the tourist spot in Hawaii. That's where all the big hotels are and the multi-million-dollar resorts. But the North Shore is where real locals live. It's rural. There's strip malls, there's apartment complexes, there's regular, everyday businesses here. See, like a Domino's. I'm seeing apartment complexes. There's simple things that everyday Hawaiians live. There are real neighborhoods here. Again, what I love about the North Shore is it's regular people. These are your, look at those apartment complexes. I wonder what the monthly rent is for a little shack like that to live in. But you could plainly see as you drive through the streets that this is where locals live. This is not a tourist trap. There are just regular businesses, regular places to eat. That's honestly the first fast food drive-in we've seen. They don't really have, the second fast food drive-in we've seen. In Waikiki, there are drive-ins, but there are fast food, but there are not drive-ins. So it's nice to see that there are plain, normal, everyday businesses in Hawaii. Normal shopping, normal places to go eat. Ooh, Chicken Barrel. We gotta go back. Smoke shop. Everyday normal stuff. More than anything, I want to see how the real place is where I'm visiting. Not just the glamour and the glitz. Especially since we live in Las Vegas. I know that the glamour and glitz is not all that there is to that town. So even when you come to Las Vegas, there's way more to Las Vegas than the Strip. There's way more to Las Vegas than gambling and strippers and nightclubs and bars. All of those things are fun, all of those things are cool, but that's not all that Las Vegas is. And I would only assume the same is true for wherever else that you may visit, whether it be Hawaii or New York City or Los Angeles or WeHo, etc. So I'm on another walk on the beach, and vacation isn't always pretty. You see a lot of things out there, man. Oh, Waikiki Beach. Believe it or not, it looks busy out here, but I'm told that Waikiki Beach normally is so busy you can't even find a place to sit down on the beach. So believe it or not, this is Waikiki Beach light. Totally Waikiki Beach light. After COVID and after vaccinations, I'm pretty sure that this place is gonna be hopping again by next year. But it's a beautiful day. It's a nice day for a walk. And of course, you see some people who party too much. I really hope this guy is still alive. Is he alive, man? Dude, is he alive?
I'm not interested in your social media page. That's why I'm trying to.
All right, he's breathing.
The way Facebook TV, but I'm not appreciating the social media. Have a nice day.
Hey, I just wanted to take a minute and discuss what just happened. So, I used to work in the medical field. At first, I was gonna say I'm sorry you folks saw that, but that's not where I'm going with this. When I see somebody passed out on the ground, when I see somebody hurting, when I see somebody who's homeless, when I see somebody who's hungry, I feel pain. I feel sad. I feel for that person. I wonder what got them in that place. That's how it works with me. Now, when I saw that man pass out on the ground, I'm trained in first aid. If he was not breathing, I would have performed CPR on the man. Now, that security guy looked straight at my hair and made a judgment call. Now, several years ago, if I was walking in my scrubs, maybe he would have treated me differently, all right? People make judgment calls. People look at you and they think that they figured you out. Again, when I see people who are hurting, when I see people who are bleeding, when I see people who are struggling, when I see people who are sick, it hurts, and I want to help them. I would urge you, if you see people hurting, if you see people who are sick, and if you feel, I would ask you to at least try to help them. Ask them if they want help. If they don't want help, you can't help them. But if they do want help, do your best. Do what you can. If you have training, use it. If you don't have training, find someone who does. Whew. I've learned some hard lessons in the last couple years. People judge you by how you look. When I had short hair, when I would walk around in my scrubs, when I was a manager of a medical facility, people respected me. But when I'm in plain clothes, people treat you like trash. Now, I also used to be 300 pounds. I've learned when I was 300 pounds, people make a judgment call. They think you're fat, they think you're lazy, they think you're stupid. After I lost the weight, by hard work, diet and exercise, it took years. But after I lost the weight, I noticed that people would be nice. People would treat me with respect. Respect that maybe I hadn't earned. Why do you think that is? And it doesn't matter what state you're in. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. I think it's a human foible. I think it's a human failing. That you look at someone and you make a judgment call. If human beings just reached out to one another, if they gave a damn, the world would be not like how it is. When it comes to medicine, when it comes to the medical field, I was very disheartened because if you're rich, you get better treatment. If you're poor, not so much. If you're a woman and you're pregnant and you have a private doctor, you get to have natural childbirth. If you're a woman and you don't have a private doctor and you have shitty insurance, C-section. Straight C-section. If you're a woman without a private doctor, no natural childbirth for you, straight to C-section. Why do you think that is? Do you think that's right? Nope. If you're a rich person and maybe you're not a person of color and you have a gunshot wound, you're gonna get really great treatment. Now, if you're a person of color and you go into an emergency room and you do not have insurance and you have a gunshot wound, what do you think the odds are that you're gonna come out of that alive or come out of that without bills that will make you bankrupt? Now, this is the world that we're living in. I was very disappointed when I worked in the medical field because you learn in medical school that you're supposed to treat everybody equal who's sick. But the reality is, in the medical world, the insurance companies run the show. The drug companies run the show. I used to run a nonprofit clinic, and I was very happy to have that job. I was very happy to help kids who had no insurance. It's breaking my heart. It's breaking my heart. We're living in a pandemic. Everybody should have equal access to healthcare. Everybody who's sick deserves to get treated, whether you have money or not.